Nu byder den svenske operasanger Håkan Hagegaard velkommen til et musikalsk underholdningsprogram med adskillige gæster.
Nu är det påskafton, men det känns faktiskt mer som julafton. Det är så ofta som jag har tänkt ute på resor, träffat vänner, artister, att det vore roligt att få träffas och sjunga och spela för varann någon gång. Och det har faktiskt blivit verklighet ikväll. Vi är några som ska sjunga och spela, inte bara för varann, men för er. Och jag hoppas att ni kommer att trivas med oss.
Rattoli e pettini, lanceti formi, al mio comando sotto questa. Rattoli e pettini, lanceti formi, al mio comando sotto questa. E la risorsa poi del mestiere o la donnetta o il cavaliere o la donnetta la 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 lira o il cavaliere la 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 che bel vivere, che bel piacere, che bel piacere per un parterre di qualità, di qualità. Tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, con ragazzi, vecchie fanciulle, bella parrucca, presto la barba, con la sanguigna, presto il biglietto, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, con la parrucca, presto la barba, presto il biglietto, Figaro, 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 ahimè, uno alla volta, per carità. Figaro, so qua, ehi, Figaro, so qua, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro su, Figaro giù, Figaro su, Figaro su, fortissimo, Bravo Figaro, bravo rapissimo, bravo Figaro, bravo rapissimo, attimo, non mancherà, la 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 la, attimo, non mancherà, always the go, e la città, always the go, e la città, e la città, e la città, e la
yngre operasångare än någon annan. Och jag är mycket, mycket glad att han är här. Tito Gobbi. Well, to me, Scarpia is Tito Gobbi. Welcome, maestro.
Thank you, dear Håkan. Thank you, Valerie, for your lovely smile.
Thank you.
How many times have you heard that music?
Oh, I think thousands.
Yeah.
Thousand, because I sang this role 879 times.
879 times?
Yes, I performed. But naturally, if you add rehearsal and the general rehearsal,
Right.
it will be thousand and thousand.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, many.
Yes, right.
Se la giurata fede debbo tradir, ne voglia altra mercede, ne voglia altra mercede, questa mia brava imperativa
Is that the part you have done most of all?
Most of all, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What other parts is very close to your heart?
But I must tell you that I've been in love with all the characters I have performed.
And how many are they?
There are 136
No. Valerie,
in 100 operas.
it's a long way to go, isn't it?
Really?
Yes,
Yeah, I have some pictures of some of the parts. I know this Rigoletto, you told me that.
was taken here. This is a photograph at the Kungl Opera when I was singing Rigoletto, and somebody from the prompter box jumped out with the camera.
Right.
Took
It's
the
a
photograph.
marvelous picture. When
action.
did you first come to Stockholm?
In 1937.
37.
The 47,
47, yeah.
after the war, 1947.
And when
And
was
I've
the
been
last
here
time?
for many years, and the last time I think was in 54 or 55, I
Yes.
don't remember.
Yeah, right.
So
I'm
it's,
very, very happy that you're back in
and
Stockholm.
I'm very happy to be back in Stockholm.
Once you said welcome to me in Firenze, and I must tell you that Tito Gobbi was the one who really opened my eyes to opera,
welcome.
theater, and to make me believe that opera is believable.
But Maria, you had a voice, you had a talent, you are young, you are handsome, you have everything.
Oh, no.
Don't say too much.
Don't say too much, so you have little of everything.
Yes, a little of everything, right.
Yeah. You're doing
I'm
wonderful.
thinking a lot of, what you need to go into a character.
To go in a character, naturally, we are talking about people who have a voice, who has a voice.
Yeah,
so
right.
we have a voice, and we are singers.
Yeah.
Then to become interpreter, you need all the rest.
Yeah,
Personality, but most of everything else is study, concentration.
yeah,
You have to dig deeply in the character, and not only in your own character, in the character that you are going to perform, but you must know also what happened around you.
yes.
So every
true.
character on stage must have a yesterday and a tomorrow also.
Mm-hmm.
There must be real people, not
Yeah.
only marionette who perform
No, right.
in these 3 hours and they don't exist anymore.
I discussed with a friend of mine, do you take the character out of yourself always? Or does that depend on which character you do?
Oh, you must be, I am at least, I was in absolutely need to be convinced of the role that I was performing.
Yeah,
So practically, just to say in another maybe easy way, on stage, it was important for me to be Scarpia, not Tito Gobbi acting or
Right,
performing
right.
Scarpia. Renato, Rodrigo,
Yeah.
not Tito Gobbi performing the role.
No.
So that means that you need a concentration, a devotion, and also you have to love your job,
yeah,
to be really in love and interest in the role, in the
Yes.
dramatic part that you're
yes,
performing.
right.
It's not enough to go on stage, just arrive in the theater 5 minutes before,
No.
put on the makeup and dress and walk on stage. You
No,
can't
that's-
lose your own personality. That's why I was used to go in my dressing room 3, 4, even 5 hours in advance
Yeah,
and change myself a little, depending on the role that I was going to perform.
yes, right. I know also that you are a marvelous artist with the makeup.
Well, I enjoy it.
And you do it always yourself.
Yes, always.
Nowadays, unfortunately, we are not taught to do the makeup ourselves.
Who taught you to do that?
I learned it.
Just on your
At
own?
that time, I had a very lovely young face when I started. I was a nice-looking young man, and one day that I was performing a role of an old man, the producer came in my dressing room and said, "Tito, you have only a dirty face. You are even younger under all these black marks that you put on your face." So that was quite a severe remark for me. Say, okay, now on, I want to think and pay more attention to this. And naturally, I discovered that if you want to make a hard face, you have to smooth down the colors, not just make this.
No, right.
And lights and shadow, this is important. And I was fascinated by this work, which is a very important in
Very
our
important
life.
art,
Yeah.
yes. Also to help to, before the performance, to go into the character.
To believe in yourself.
To believe in yourself, yes, right.
I was used also to draw, to make sketches, even little with a clay or with a papier-mâché, to build up the character I was supposed to
Yes, right.
perform, to
Yeah.
see it. I want to see it.
But not only makeup, you also use props and so on
that's
for,
important.
for doing it.
That's
And
important.
we were talking about this coat, the
The
cloak,
coat, yeah.
right?
Coat. This coat, which is very important in the entrance of Scarpia. In this case, it's supposed to be in silk. But then Puccini have a special love for coat and cloaks, etc. Because there is a Tabarro, the opera Tabarro, in which the protagonist hide the dead man in the
Yes, right.
cloth. And then it's very important also, I see that I have here the score of Bohème.
Yeah.
So it is very important for Colleen to use and to be in love with this piece of material, which means very little to some people today, but for him it was the whole life.
Yeah.
And
the
I
whole-
think this little
everything
aria
else.
that I love, that I have always loved and I never sang before in my life, and I never paid
You have,
too much
you have never
attention.
been a basso.
I've never been a bass, so that's the reason. But it's a marvelous story in such a little page of music, 1.5 page of music.
Yeah.
You can make a big painting of
Yeah.
this, because you feel the rhythm of the man going to the, what do you call this?
The pawn shop.
Pawn shop,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
And he's going to sell this cloak to collect some money
Yeah.
for Mimi, who is in need of help.
Will you sing that aria for us, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I sing it. I will try.
Yes.
So that's the first time, you
Okay.
know. So I'm not a basso, but let's try to make a dark
All right.
voice. Okay.
Vecchia cigarra, senti, io resto al pian tuo scendere il sacro monte ordevi. Le mie grazie ricevi. Mai non curvasti l'odor dorso ai ricchi ed ai potenti. Passor nelle tue tasche come in altri tranquilli filosofi e poeti. Ora che i giorni lieti fuggir ti dico addio fedele amico mio.
That was so beautiful. You certainly are a tough act to follow.
Thank you very much.
Anche als Rieder blau